gonna get you funded, right? Is don't do demo at all. Yes, you're gonna lose money um, in the learning process, but you learn the more important aspect, and that's the emotional aspect. So be aggressive, but stay composed. So what's going on, YouTube? So we're chilling outside. We just woke up. And of course, it's the new year, it's 2025. And a topic that I really wanted to talk about and dedicate a whole video to is getting funded this year, right? Last year was the first year I got funded in the futures platform space with Top Step, as you guys saw. I had multiple videos in that. I can link the video in the description of when I passed my funded challenge, and you guys can go in and watch all the details in that funded video. But this was the year where I transitioned from Forex to futures, and transitioning from Forex to futures was very, very smooth for me, right? You get over the learning curve and you learn, the contract sizing, and other than that, trading it, having the skill set is having the skill set no matter what, whether it be Forex or whether it be futures or any other asset class, right? And this was the year that I got funded made the transition, and I also got funded in the same year. So, it's been a blessing, and I just want to help you guys get to that same goal also. As always, we are out here in Florida on the balcony, top floor, beautiful views behind us, right? The same views that I want you guys to strive for if this is what you want, right? The best thing I ever did was moving to Florida, and I talked about that multiple times. So I actually want to show you guys that when you do get funded, right? I want to show you guys because I want you guys to see this, and I want you guys to want it, manifest it, visualize it, right? This is the email you get when you pass the funded challenge, right? Hi, whatever your name is. Let me just make sure it's, yeah. And then you get the certificate, which I got on the 25th of July. You guys see right there. That was the first funded account I passed. All right, so you get the email, you get the certificate, and man, it felt so good when I passed, right? Because I did it now in another space, right? You guys saw me do it with FTMO, you guys saw me get paid out, you guys saw the same exact thing on Top Step, and it was just, that's when you really know, bro. Like, you know how to trade, right? And it's been so many years for me to get to this point, right? To be able to have this skill set that I can rely on day in and day out. And I want you guys to get to that spot. So for us to get funded, for you guys' goal to get funded, for my students' goals to get funded, right? There's so many things I want to talk to you guys about, and I want to dedicate a whole video to this, right? And that's truthfully how to get funded by these platforms. Now, you might be asking, right? To get funded by these platforms, you need to know how to trade, of course, right? And if you guys are struggling with that, you guys always know I do teach my own course content. Learning how to trade, right? Trading asset class. When I tell you guys to go from Forex to futures, trading asset classes isn't going to get you funded, right? Oh my God, I just dropped my phone almost through the balcony. All right, let's just put this away. So yo, my heart is pounding. Yo, oh my God, this is a brand new phone too I just got. Yo, I wish y'all just saw how it was angled on the balcony floor. There's a little slit. You can't just fall off the balcony, but there's a little slit over here. Let's see if you can bring it right here. That's crazy. So yes, you need to know how to trade, right? Being able to trade and having the skills is everything, right? But there's things that you need to know in here to be able to pass these platform challenges, right? And things that I kind of wish I knew as I went along on the journey, the first time, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and so on and so forth. So the number one thing, obviously, is learning how to trade. You have to make sure that your skill set is proven, right? You need a back test. You need to go through a month's worth, or not just a month's worth, but when you think you're ready, go through a challenge for yourself in a month's worth and see if you come out profitable. See how you trade. See how you do week in and week out, right? And back test. Make sure you log your trades and just make sure you're a profitable trader, right? Do it on a demo account, do it on a real account with low capital. That's what I prefer, is don't do demo at all. Yes, you're gonna lose money in the learning process, but you learn the more important aspect, and that's the emotional aspect. So even if you throw in $50 into account and you start trading and you lose $50, but you gain a shitload of experience as opposed to demo, right? Demo, it's not the same. You're not as motivated to trade. You're not as motivated to wake up in the morning. You're not, because you know it's demo, right? But when you're trading real money and there is real money on the line, whether it be a little bit or during the learning process, I promise you, you're gonna learn a lot more doing that than doing it through demo. Apart from the actual trading skill set, what am I talking about, right? What else do I need, Alex? Because if you know how to trade, you know how to trade. That's all you need. Yeah, but there are things you should do within the challenge, within the combine, that will help you immensely pass these challenges, right? And the number one thing is, I could say, is be aggressive, but stay composed. Listen, with these combines and futures, you have less of a max daily drawdown, right? You don't have the 10% FTMO gives you on Forex, right? 10% loss. It's like 6% only on combine. So don't let that sway you from taking good, nice positions and being aggressive, right? Be aggressive. Send that, proper risk management and be aggressive, right? Don't be afraid to click that sell and buy button, right? Don't be afraid to if you've seen A+ setup, don't be afraid to raise your risk just a little bit, right? And take those kind of setups, right? I used to always be 1% no matter what, but you start to learn that with some setups, right? And this all goes back to your trading skill set. It's with some setups, when they're A+, right? Whatever A+ is to everybody, send that extra contract, send that extra lot, right? The reason being is because, in this game, you can fall into some losing streaks. So you want to make sure that the ones that are winners, you take full advantage of, right? Remember, proper risk management. This kind of ties in with the same lesson. Proper risk management, be aggressive, and stay composed. All right, I'm telling you guys, I used to always be someone who would risk 1% no matter what. And I literally, it just sometimes, when you win, you're in a streak, and then you get into a little losing streak. Sometimes it seems like these losers are so quick to wipe out these winners, right? And you need to stay composed. You need to make sure your risk management's on point, 2-to-1s, 3-to-1s, 4-to-1s, and when these are winners, right? When you are so confident and trusting your instinct, trusting in your intuition, and send that little extra lot, send that extra little pip, send that extra contract size, right? Up your risk, right? And if you lose, stay composed. That's the composed part. If you lose, listen, the next trade should be able to win it back. And you have to remember that. Do not chase trades. Do not try to always come out profitable every day. A break-even day is okay. A negative day is okay. And a positive day is great. But a big negative day is not okay, right? When you're continuously just trying to chase a trade because you lost, or because you thought you had an A+ setup and it went the other way, and you try to win it back, and you just you need to stay composed, all right? That's what I mean. You need to stay composed. Be aggressive, be confident, but stay composed whenever something happens, right? You need to be able to control your guys' emotions. Next tip I really want to give you guys is logging your trade. I promise you that logging is crazy, right? It's crazy and it sounds annoying because, logging your trade can be annoying, every single day. Post-market analysis, what happened in the market, log your trade, because I promise you that's going to be one of the best things you've done, right? Every single week when you lose and you write what you did wrong, even when you win and you write what you did right, and you compare them, right? If you have 3 winners and 2 losers in a week, and you go and you compare your winners and your losses of what you did right and wrong, right? You start to see patterns within your own behavior, and you're going to start to see patterns within the market, and you're going to notice market tendencies, right? You have to remember these things. Different markets and different assets have tendencies with them. What happens at this time? What happens at this time? Price likes to sweep out 9 a.m. highs and displace on the 10 a.m. during 10 a.m., right? You need to understand this, and you need to really grasp its concept, because I'm literally trading right now, because it's going to help you. Log your trades. You log your trades, I promise you it's going to help your trading, right? See what you did right and see what you did wrong, and go on from there every single week. One of the last things we're going to really talk about, right? And after this, actually, I'm going to take you guys to Walmart. I'm going to go buy myself a Switch. You don't have to trade every day, all right? You don't have to trade every day. It's okay to not take a trade every day. It's okay to not take a trade 2 days in a week, 3 days in a week, right? You need to, this is going to be a cheat code, right? In sports, you have playbooks, right? For certain scenarios, right? Listen, I don't know what you guys watch, so I'm not going to make a sports reference. But when certain scenarios happen, you need to have a playbook, right? And a playbook should be made up of your setups, a checklist, right? So if you have a setup where you need your this thing to happen, this thing to happen, this thing to happen, and then you can take a trade, that's a model, that's a playbook. You need that in your trading, right? The reason being is because emotionally you might want to rush into a trade so you can get a trade in, but if you don't have everything that you need to take a trade, don't take that trade. It's okay to not take a trade. It's okay to not take a trade 2 days in a week, 3 days in a week. I've gone a week without taking a trade, right? I have before. It's rare more nowadays, but I have gone a week without taking a trade. And this is a little secret. That's what's going to keep you profitable in the long run, is knowing when to not trade and knowing when to trade. I really hope that instills in your guys' mind. You do not have to take a trade every day. You do not have to take a trade every other day, right? If you have your setup and if you have your everything and it hits all your checkpoints, take the trade. Be aggressive and be composed. But you do not have to trade every day. And I really hope you guys all get funded and achieve your trading dreams this year. I know I am. So let's all go do it together. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Now, real quick, I'm going to take you guys to Walmart because we're going to go pick up this Switch. Deuces.